Good morning. How's everyone doing? Happy Tuesday. I am back in my kitchen. My company has gone home. Everything has kind of settled back down, and I said I'm going to get in the kitchen this morning, and what I'm going to do is, Mr. Piggy is empty. My cookie jar is empty. But what I've decided to do is, instead of filling up Mr. Piggy for the upcoming fall holidays, I'm going to fill up Mr. Foxy. So I am going to be doing some pumpkin cookies, okay? I'm going to do it a little different probably than what you've seen maybe in other videos or other recipes. I'm going to be using a 0 sugar. Now you use whatever cake mix you want. If Pillsbury had a 0 spice cake, that's what I would be using, but they don't. They only have a 0 yellow, classic yellow, and chocolate, I believe. But I am going to turn this into a pumpkin cookie by adding some pumpkin spices. I'm going to be using 100% pure pumpkin. Matter of fact, I thought I had everything, but let me grab my pumpkin spice, okay? That's what I forgot. You think you have it all together, and then you always end up forgetting something. Let me preheat my oven. Oven preheating. Okay, so we're going to use the 0 sugar moist supreme classic yellow cake mix, okay? And to this, I know in most recipes this is a 3 ingredient, but I'm going to doctor it up just a little, okay? But to this, I am going to add our 1 can. This is a 15 ounce, I think a 15.5 ounce can of 100% pure pumpkin. So we're going to add that right in. We're just going to make some cookies, and I figured since we were making a fall cookie that we would fill up our fall cookie jar. Did all you guys have a good weekend? We had a really good weekend. It was busy, but it was really fun. Y'all saw on Saturday's live with me and my sister-in-law Lori that we made banana splits. That was a lot of fun. Everybody seemed to really enjoy those. I think I've got all this out. And then I'm also, to this, I'm going to add a tablespoon of pumpkin spice. Just 1 tablespoon to really amp up that pumpkin flavor. I think you could also add cinnamon, you could add nutmeg, you could add any fall spices that you want to add, okay? All right, let's start mixing this up. I like the cookies when you use a cake batter. They're not your traditional cookies. They're light and fluffy. They're like a cakey cookie, and I love a soft cookie. Now, some people like hard, crunchy cookies, but I really like a soft cookie. Oh yeah, and I told myself I'm also going to add a splash of vanilla. I'll probably do a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Already smells delicious. to this, I've also decided I'm going to add some pecans. I just think pecans and pumpkin and spices blend really well together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me get a bigger spatula and make sure I can get down to the very bottom of this. There we go. Oh, that smells good. I'm going to add pecans, I think, to half of these. And then I'm also going to go back in. I'm trying to keep this a little on the healthier side, using the zero sugar cake mix. So I've got the Lily's, which is no sugar added, white chocolate morsels. I just think that white chocolate pairs really well with pumpkin. And so I'm going to put half of these with pecans, and then I'm just going to measure with love. And on the last half of the batter, I'm going to put some of those Lily's white chocolate morsels, okay? Gotta get down there because that cake batter wants to hang on to the bottom of the bowl. I think these are going to be delicious. My oven is preheating at 350 degrees. These will probably cook 12 to 15 minutes. I'll start checking them at 12. They may go 15 minutes, but of course, you know, once we take them out, I'll let you know exactly how long. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some of our pecans and fold them in. I'm just going to do a good handful of nuts. I would say that's probably a quarter of a cup. A couple of big ones in there. And we're going to fold these into our batter and make sure that they get all mixed and combined so that everybody... Now, like I said, I know sometimes you have to be, you know, careful when you're baking stuff for other people. A lot of people do have allergies to nuts, but my husband and I don't. So since I'm baking these for us, and no one in my family, my children or my grandchildren, our oven is preheated, have, you know, nut allergies. So I don't have to worry about that. But if I was taking this to someone, I probably wouldn't put the pecans in it. Okay. All right, let me grab my... I like to spray my, got a little olive oil, a little organic olive oil. I'm just spraying my scooper, okay? All right, I've got a lined with parchment paper baking sheet. Make sure you can see that. Put that vanilla over there so I can pull the batter in closer. There we go. And so we're just going to fill our little scooper up. Drop them probably a couple of inches apart. I think I'm gonna do maybe 3 on a row, giving them a little space to spread out. And then when I take these out, we will, on our next sheet, our next cookie sheet, we will add the white chocolate morsels, okay? And that way we'll have some with nuts and then some with nuts and white chocolate chips. I think we're gonna get about 12 on my cookie sheet. Let's do one more row. And then I will pop these in, and as soon as they are done, I will come back. Okay. I'm going to pop these into a 350-degree oven, and when they're done, I'll come back, okay? Okay, we've got our next baking sheet going in. These are the ones I've added the white chocolate chip Lily's morsels to. So we're about to take that other pan out, pop this pan in the oven, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Our pumpkin spice cookies are out of the oven. They smell delicious. I've got my second pan is out over on the stove cooling, but I did take one of them off because I wanted to show you the ones with the chocolate chip morsels. They're still a little warm to the touch because I just took it off the sheet to bring it over here to show it to you, but they're still cooling. But you know me, I'm always just trying different things. I didn't do it to all the cookies because, like I said, they're going into the cookie jar. But the one that I'm going to sample for you today, I just wanted to show you this in case you were serving them right then in the moment, you know, on your table for your guest. I took, y'all know, I love my Mrs. Richardson's. Got something in the toaster oven over here. Y'all know I love my Mrs. Richardson's caramel sauce, and I thought, you know, that pumpkin spice, pumpkins and apples and caramel and all that just goes together for the fall. Well, I took some of that caramel drizzle and I drizzled it on one of my cookies, and then I put a little of my sea salt to balance that sweetness. Just sea salt, okay? And put it on top of that caramel and that cookie, and we're about to give it a taste. That's the pecan, the one with pecans only. This one is the one with pecans and chocolate morsels. But guys, now this right here is not like, you know, on the healthier version of things, but the cookies themselves, I use the 0 sugar cake mix, pumpkin puree, pecans, vanilla. You would never, ever know. Oh my. And they're like I say, they're like a cake cookie. So moist on the inside. I'm glad I put those pecans because I love pecan and caramel together. Pecan, to me, was a great choice for elevating these cookies. And like I said, I know this one's probably cooled down enough now. Do that with chocolate chips. I may as well try it too, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This apron. The chocolate and the pecan, that's delicious too. You can't go wrong either way. You doctor them up however you like. I just didn't do the caramel drizzle. I wanted to show you if you were serving them, that would be a great addition, is to drizzle that. caramel sauce and put a little sea salt on top. But since these are going to be going once they're completely cooled, they're going to go into my little Fox cookie jar. And then my husband can just grab him one whenever, and he doesn't have to feel guilty about it at all. Those are delicious, guys. Like I said, if you're not trying to cut your calories or your sugar intake or whatever, you could just buy the pumpkin spice or the spice cake mix, add the pumpkin puree, and you wouldn't have to add the pumpkin spice. Perfect though. That classic yellow cake mix, these are delicious. Delicious. Okay, well, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Thank you for hanging out with me while I baked up some pumpkin spice cookies. I appreciate you being here. And I hope that you're all doing well and having a good day. And I hope you'll get in the kitchen and fix you up some of these delicious cookies, or better yet, be the hands and feet of Jesus and his mouthpiece and find somebody who just needs a little encouraging today. Bake them up. These didn't take long at all. I mean, it's easy to whip them up, put them in the oven, and they did cook for 15 minutes. It took the whole 15 minutes. These are kind of, a thicker cookie. So in my oven, they baked 15 minutes, give or take, in your oven. I would start checking them at about 12 minutes, but for me, they cook for 15. Like I said, I've got the other ones cooling, and when they get through cooling, these are completely cooled, I'll put them in my cookie jar, sit it over there for anybody to enjoy when they come in. Okay, well listen, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna keep you any longer. Thank you for coming back into my kitchen and hanging out with me for a few minutes, and continue to pray for those, who are struggling and having a hard time because of the hurricane. And then I know another hurricane is about to make landfall tomorrow near Tampa, Florida, and for all those people in Florida. Let's be in much prayer for them, and be a blessing wherever you can be a blessing. Be the hands and the feet and the mouthpiece of Jesus, and share him with others. Okay? All right, this is Gigi. I'll see you back here again in my kitchen real soon for another great recipe. Bye, guys. I love you.